I'm Anil Kumar, and on request, here is a video in which we'll discuss in details how to represent fractions on a number line, especially when we have mixed fractions. So the question here is, write 1 over 4, 1 and a half, 3 over 4, and half on a number line. The steps involved will be, first step will be convert mixed to improper fractions. So we have two of these mixed fractions. First step should be convert them into improper fraction. Second step will be find the lowest common denominator. Once you have found the lowest common denominator, then you need to write each fraction as an equivalent fraction with the same lowest common denominator. And then it will be easier for you to place them on a number line, right? So let us follow these steps one by one, converting to improper fraction. Now, if I have 1 over 4, then to convert them to improper fraction, this could be written as, let me show you how. 1 over 4 will be equals to 1 times 4 plus 1 over 4, right? So this is same as 5 over 4. Similarly, 1 and a half can be written as 1 times 2 plus 1 divided by 2. That is 2 plus 1, 3 over 2, right? So that is how we can replace these two fractions, write them as improper fractions. So that is our first step. So let's do it. So 1 over 4 will be written as 5 over 4. So I'm writing them here itself, 5 over 4. 1 and a half can be written as 3 over 2. Then we have 3 over 4 and half. So this is our first step. Step number 1. Now step number 2 is find lowest common denominator. I recommend you to look into some of my videos where we are explaining this process. But here, let me summarize it in short. Common denominators are 2 and 4, right? So what we have here is 2 as the number in the denominator, then we have 4 in the denominator. Let's write the multiples. Multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, and so on. Multiples for 4 are 4, 8, 12. So as you can clearly see, the common multiples for 2 and 4 are 4, right? So we have 4 as common multiple. So we can write all these fractions with 4 as common denominator. So what we say here is that the lowest common denominator is equals to 4. So this is how we find lowest common denominator. That is the process, correct? So this is find the lowest common denominator. So that is our step number 2, right? Now we need to write these fractions as equivalent fractions with lowest common denominator. Since the denominator is 4, here we already have 4, there we have 4, these two should be made 4. How can we do it? We can multiply both by 2, numerator and denominator, and so we get all as with lowest common denominator of 4, right? So let's multiply them by 2 and then we'll rewrite these fractions, right? So I'm writing them here now. So write the equivalent fractions with lowest common denominator. Let me show them here. 5 over 4 is the first one. When you multiply by 2 you get 6, so you get 6 over 4. The third one is 3 over 4. And the fourth one will be 2 over 4, right? So 2 times 1, 2 over 4. So these are the 4 fractions. They are equivalent to the given fraction 1 over 4, 1 and a half, 3 over 4 and half. Now we need to scale a number line so that we can place all of them on a number line. So step number 3, writing as equivalent fraction, I hope is absolutely clear. Now let's look into step number 4. So let's make a number line, right? So let us say this is the number line for us, right? So number line extends on both the sides. Let's mark one point as 0 for us. Now the lowest common denominator is 4, so it's good to have each small division as 1/4, right? So what we will do here is we'll make each small division as 1/4. So this is 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, right? When I say 4/4, it becomes 1, correct? Now 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you see it? 9, 10, 11, 12. So on this scale, what you have here is, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. And each small division represents 1/4. So this distance here to here is 1/4. Do you see that? Now, let us place them one by one. 5/4. 5/4 means what? 1 whole, 1/4. That is also a way. 1 whole and then 1/4. So 5/4 will be this one. So this is our 1 whole, 1/4, or 5/4. Correct? So either way. The second one is 1.5 or 6/4. So we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So this one here, let me use a different thing to represent 6/4. So this is 6/4 for us. So write 6/4 or 1.5 or 1.5. Correct? So that is 6/4. 3/4. 3/4 means 1, 2, 3. So that is 3/4 for us. Correct? 3/4. So on a number line we have placed already 3 of them. The last one is half, which is same as 2/4. So 1, 2. So that becomes 2/4 for us, right? So we'll write down 2/4. This fraction is, we can write here 2/4, which is same as half, correct? So that is 2/4. So that is how you can place all these fractions on a number line, right? I hope the steps are absolutely clear. Let us go through these steps once again. First step should be, write them as improper fractions, right? So convert as I have shown here. Multiply the whole number with the denominator, add the numerator, right? Denominator remains same. Once you have done that, then check all the denominators, find the lowest common denominator. We had 4 and 2 in the denominators. Lowest common denominator was 4. So now write equivalent fractions with the lowest common denominator, which you calculated as 4, right? So to make them 4, you need to multiply numerator and denominator by the same number. In this case, we multiplied fraction 2 and 4 by 2, right? Now, draw a number line and scale it accordingly. Scale here really means, now since the lowest common denominator was 4, so we should have 1/4 as minimum scale, right? So scale is 1/4 for us. So basically the scale will be 1 over lowest common denominator, right? That helps. So this minimum scale is 1 over lowest common denominator. In our case it was 4, so we made each small unit of 1/4. So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. 4/4 is as good as 1. Likewise, we can scale our number line and then we can place all the fractions on the number line. So that is how it should be done. I hope it is absolutely clear. I'm Anil Kumar. You can subscribe to my videos and learn a lot. Thank you and all the best.